Hello. Hello. I'm EPCP. Amarantia Petronella Sheepy. Sheep Genius. And I can't believe my 2 brain cells are back once again for more paranormal sight. We're back for more paranormal sight. Or the game that I have come to affectionately know as KISSYKISSY-MWAHMWAH. Because so many people have cute puckery faces in this game. Why do they do that? Why do they do that? Anyway, it's good to be back, Bleeties. How are you? I hope that you've all been having a wonderful week. I hope you've all been having a wonderful week. Oh, excuse me. A sudden yawn from nowhere. Pardon. Bleh. So yeah. On Wednesday, we finally did our final run of No, I'm Not a Human, and it was fun, wasn't it? It was fun. We got to see the ending that probably most people have seen at some point, and somehow I'd been lucky enough to avoid, which is the bad dude gets into the house. I'm not quite sure how I evaded it for so long, but somehow I did. And a different end that involved mushrooms. Crazy. That ending was wild. Anyway, Bleeties. Anyway. It is good to be back. We're back with more of the 7 mysteries of Honjo. And we've got to a point now where all of the threads are starting to cross, the streams are starting to meet and converge. And in order for us to progress, we need to make more of the different streams meet and converge. So where we left it before, Bleeties, we're just doing a little bit of a new thread. So we've gone back and we'll be examining something that we already started to look at before. But before I get into the game, I just want to say, I don't know how much of this game is left, but probably this game is going to be coming to an end soon. But next week, a game I've been hotly anticipating comes out. The new Rusty Lake game, which I'm really excited about. And I want to play it with you on release day. So Bleeties, I hope you don't mind. But as a one-off, the game comes out on Thursday. So instead of having Creepy EP on Wednesday next week, Creepy EP is going to be on Thursday. And we're going to be playing Servant of the Lake, which I am very excited about. I have been looking forward to this game since I played the demo on stream. And yeah, so we're going to have a little bit of a shuffle around, and I will put out a proper schedule confirming that later today. So Bleeties, I hope you'll look forward to that. In the meantime, I hope you'll look forward to us solving more of the mysteries here in the 7 mysteries of Honjo. That is actually really the 9 mysteries of Honjo. It's all a bit confusing. Because there's 7, but there's actually 9. But maybe 2 of those have been around for longer, and yeah, we're still getting to the bottom of it. So I think it's time. I think it's time for a spell. I think it's time that we get ourselves into the game. Let's go. Ahem. Abracadabra, alakazam, open sesame. I'm a sheep who really wants to solve the mystery. Boof! We made it! Hey Malvenger, good to see you! Hope you're having a wonderful day! very wonderful day. We've just teleported into the game and hopefully you can hear the music and everything. If it's too loud or too quiet, do let me know. Just in case you missed my little announcement. Next week's Wednesday stream is going to be on Thursday instead because we're going to be playing the new Rusty Lake game, which comes out on Thursday, and I cannot wait. So we're gonna have Creepy EP on Thursday instead of Wednesday next week. Just as a one-off. Just as a one-off. So in the meantime, let's get back to Paranormal Site. So here we are. We're here in the alleyway. And we've just crossed streams to meet with Harue. And I'm sorry, his name is like German, so it sounds so weird in a Japanese setting. Richter. So we met up with Harue and Richter as the policeman. We have cross streams. Michael, is that you? Good to see you, Lot of Potato. Thank you for stopping by. So here we are. We are resuming our line of questioning. And Harue is in the driving seat right now. So she seems surprised that we all know each other. This was what was revealed last time we played. We've just discovered we all know each other. In fact, we were co-working buddies at some point. You know? I can't believe you were actually part of the police force once. Just a reminder that Harue's father, I believe, father or grandfather, is the police commissioner. He is the big cheese. So upon hearing of this discovery, naturally, our two police friends, Joey Wheeler and Joey Wheeler Sr., are both a bit rattled. They're both a bit rattled. There's a story behind everything, man. I don't regret my time on the force. I wouldn't have the connections I have today without it. I mean, it's nice that he sees it as such a positive thing. I just thought, are there any stickers? Remember, we're looking for the birdie stickers. Which are Mockingbird. Oh, we picked that one up last time. Yeah, it's the King of Gwyn. Okay, so we are on top of the stickers, Bleaties. We're on top of the stickers. It's all good. It's all good. So let's talk to Jun. Let's talk to Ario-san. It sure doesn't look good on the police to be mishandling cases like these. And as for Susumi, if you see any characters who look like they might be carrying a curse stone, it'd be a huge help if you'd let us know. Absolutely. I'll let you know if I find anything. Richter, perhaps you could lend a hand on our case too. There's a number of people we can't track, and finding missing persons happens to be your specialty, no? Hey Pink J, good to see you! I hope you're having a wonderful day! Bleaties, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. I hope you're all having a wonderful day that's only made better by my presence. You are all good eggs. May you enjoy the good eggdom. And no complaints about my horrible voicing. EP's doing our best. Also, Bleaties, it's worth mentioning, the UK has just been hit by another heat wave. Thank you. Bleh. You're welcome. The UK has just been hit by another heat wave, so fingers crossed that it doesn't get so hot that I have to take a couple of days off again because my laptop literally shuts itself down. Keep praying for me. Send that good egg energy to my laptop, please. Your voicing is great. Oh, I'm glad you like it. Thank you. Joey Wheeler and Joey Wheeler Sr. are very pleased to hear that. I hate to disappoint you, but I'm busy enough with this case. The faith of my clients is what keeps me afloat. I have to prioritize requests by the order in which they come. I see. Well, can't say that's not fair. Yeah, I really hope my laptop doesn't die too. I did have to, in the last heat wave, I did have to take a couple of days off because my laptop just wouldn't work. It just wouldn't work. It would start to boot up, immediately overheat, just go phew, and just power down. It was like, oh my god. My career is over. My career is over because my laptop can't handle a bit of hot weather. It's very hot for this country, okay? Like, we are not made for the warmth. We're not made for the warmth. What do you think of the EP spin emote, guys? By the way, I hope you like it. I hope you like it. I'm a big fan of that new emote. What do you need a private investigator for anyway? The cops should have plenty of bright folks to throw at the job. True, but this ain't an ordinary case we're dealing with here. I mean, it's true, it's not.
KISSYKISSY-MWAHMWAH!
Oh, this is going to be an enduring bit that never dies. I think maybe I need to make this... Maybe I need to make this face an emote. What do you reckon, Bleaties? Should we add this to the emotes? To the emotes list?
Eh? By the way, that reminds me.
Richter.
Yeah? You said the person who used to live here died last week. You wouldn't be referring to Michio Shiraishi by any chance? You knew? I thought so. It seems like we're here for the same reason then.
Seriously? Michio was involved with curses and magic?
Strictly speaking, the curse isn't our concern. We're looking into Yoshimi's case. KISSYKISSY-MWAHMWAH!
Aggressively kissy-kissy-mwah-mwah.
Yoshimi? Alright. Hajime Yoshimi's. That's right. He died on the job. I'm sure you heard of it.
I heard. It was a most unfortunate loss.
So, there's a connection between Hajime Yoshimi of the Juvenile Division and Michio.
Oh, look at that! Look at this suave son of a bitch. Look at that. Whenever he looks down whenever he pulls his glasses down and looks over the rims, it's there's something about it that's just effortlessly cool. It's just effortlessly cool. EP wants to be that effortlessly cool. Your internet keeps buffering. No. Generally, Bleaties, if you find that you have trouble with the stream running on Twitch, although YouTube is it runs a bit slower behind in terms of latency, it is generally more stable. So I will not be offended if you hop over to YouTube instead to look for stability.
Well, hold on. Let's focus on Michio for a second. You think she had something to do with the kidnapping?
Talk about unforeseen developments. Exchanging information could prove mutually beneficial. I'll tell you what I know, but in turn I want the full scoop on your findings concerning Michio.
Sure. To tell you the truth.
Oh, we're collaborating! We're collaborating, Bleaties! So we, the ghost police, the paranormal division that is top secret, super secret, is gonna work with ex-police Richter, who is an absolute genius savant.
What? You believe Michio's ghost is the one who killed Mr. Junochi?
So he wasn't just mumbling nonsense? So, I feel like maybe bro's feeling a touch of regret right now. He's feeling a touch of regret. So if you remember, Bleaties, Junochi actually approached Richter saying that he believed he was gonna be killed by Michio and that he wasn't safe. And Richter just turned him down flat. Richter was like, "Do you know what? You sound kind of insane, but I can't help you, dude. What are you talking about?" And so he ran off like hysterical and died later that day. So Richter suddenly realizing that that was actually legit. Oh no. Oh, I think maybe he feels a bit responsible. I think maybe he feels a bit responsible.
I mean, we haven't even fully confirmed anything yet. But the testimonies we've heard and the evidence we found point in that direction, Mwah.
Testimony? You mean from those, psychic high schoolers? Didn't they also say there was a chance Michio hadn't killed herself? Wait, if that's all true, then...
Did you figure something out?
Kenkichiro, why? Everyone's freaking out. What is going on? Eh? Kenkichiro, why? He'll be the next victim. We have to open the door to the Shiraishi's house. We need to look inside.
Hey, what's got into you?
Do you know what? As much as I make fun of their faces, Bleaties, I love how expressive they are. I love how expressive they are, and how the team who made this game, right, has done so much with so little. They've really gone above and beyond. I love these, like, wide-eyed, silly faces. They're so good. Boss, I'm sure the landlord will give us the key if we asked. Screw that! You know how long that could take? We can ask for permission later. Richter? Hey, Richter, calm down. We can't just... Bro's about to kick the fucking door off its hinges. I would love for this to be animated, but I'm guessing it's not. You're just gonna have to use the power of your mind, Bleaties. Take that, you shitty door. That's how you do it.
Richter, get a hold of yourself. I see you're still the same as always.
Everyone, come quick, look at this. Oh shit. There is actually dead people in here. Oh no. Oh dear, okay. Oh no, who is it though?
What's up with this room? Boss, there's a dead body in here.
Whoa, could that be Michio's dad? Yeah, he's a stepdad at best, if that. It's gotta be the body of Kenkichiro Iwai. No doubt about it. The man's a goner. He's gotten real messed up. Looks like he's been like this for a while. I'd say it happened last night. Ario, did you find Jonuchi's body in the same state? So just a reminder, Bleaties, everyone who dies claiming to have seen the ghost of Michiro dies looking as if they've fallen off of a building. Looking as if they've fallen from a high place. Jonuchi's body was mangled, like all the bones were twisted and broken up. And it seems like maybe the stepfather, Iwai, it seems that maybe it's gonna be the same for him. From what little of him we can see on the floor here. Ario, did you find his body in the same state?
Now that you mention it, it looked as though Kohei Jonuchi died from a number of heavy blows.
What are you suggesting, investigator?
It was Michio Shiraishi.
She's alive. She used the power of the curses to get back at men who ruined her life.
That's ridiculous. You're suggesting she actually revived?
Wait, so she was dead, but she's come back to life somehow? But who brought her back to life? It's gotta be that. And if she's alive, then... Oh, you see? There's a certain photo there I recognize. There's some photos there I recognize. Ah. It's It's our favorite man, the completely nondescript storyteller who just happens to be a smiling face. And is definitely not suspicious or death-like in any way, shape, or form. I'm so glad to see you, Mr. Storyteller. How are you doing? My apologies for interrupting. I know we've just arrived at an interesting plot point. But do you really think a dead girl is going around taking revenge from beyond the grave? I mean, considering the other things that have happened in this game, I would actually say at this point that is extremely plausible, yes. Consider this. What if Michio Shiraishi never actually died? But seeing as you've come this far, I'm sure you already know the truth, don't you? And so I'd have you answer me a question. Where in Honjo was Michio Shiraishi at the hour of 8 o'clock this morning? Where was she at 8 this morning? How am I meant to know that? Okay, so, let me think. So at 8 this morning, Bleaties, oh my god, this is actually difficult. At 8 we went to the school. And we went to the candy shop. Oh. Who died at what time? Who died at what time? These are our main characters. That was yesterday, so today... today at 8 in the morning... Where would she have been? What happens if we get this wrong? Does EP get sent back to the beginning? Blah. Police determined that she committed suicide, but what if she didn't? She committed suicide. There was no suicide note. So, remember we did the Ouija board? Okay. By the way, Bleaties, don't do Ouija boards. That shit's sketchy as fuck. But remember we did the Ouija board and it said that she died by accident. But if she isn't dead yet, then the Ouija board is predicting the future? So I guess she's going to die in an accident but isn't dead right now? So where would she have been at 8 this morning? Where would she have been at 8 this morning? Not at the school, because that was late last night. I guess... I'm looking for information that might allude to who was where at what time. Damn. Where was she at 8 this morning? I guess maybe she could have been at her house. But the house was locked, right? And they said that they didn't know where she was, so I guess she could still be at the school. Could she be at the school? I think maybe I was wrong. Maybe I was wrong. Oh no. Oh no, EP's 2 brain cells are not yet warmed up enough. I see. So that's what you think. Let's take a moment to reconsider what we know and choose again. So I was wrong? I mean, if she wasn't there, I guess, like, Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. Bleaties. 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 Her friend committed suicide. Okay. Mio. Michio was friends with Hitomi. Hitomi is she skips classes. Hitomi is regarded by one of the worst offenders. Bleaties, hear me out. What if? So Hitomi was a fairly ordinary student when she started school. But then she had trouble at home. And she began hanging out with a bunch of delinquents. Let's say that in that group of delinquents, Michio was one of them. Right? Because we know that she kind of went a bit off the rails. What if she was... Because you remember Mio said that she had to exorcise Hitomi because Hitomi was being, like, possessed? Could she have been wherever Hitomi was? But where would Hitomi have been? She's hanging out on the rooftop. That's when she does show up at school. So where is she normally? Where is she normally? I guess she could have been at the candy shop? I think maybe. I think she might have been at the candy shop because think about it. If that's where the spirit was, and we know, see all the pictures on the TV of this old friend of ours. Where is it gone? Where is he? So Fumichika Nejima, right? Fumichika Nejima. He is the serial killer. This dude. Well, there is tons of his picture on this wall here. She's clearly out to get him. And the last place he was known to live before he was arrested was in the basement of the candy store. So maybe that's the link. Maybe that's where the two intersect. I see. Very well. Congratulations. You are correct. No fucking way! No way! We got it. Okay, Bleaties, the two brain cells are beginning to warm up. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get this right. You got it wrong one time. Well, it's a trivial matter. Why are you counting? Isn't it? It's rude to keep tabs on people's mistakes. I'm doing my best, okay? I'm not a paranormal psychic like you. It may have been easier to reach that conclusion had you considered the cause of death. Now, let's get back to the story then, shall we? I've taken up enough of your time. Okay, Colonel Sanders. I guess we're getting back to the story. Aereo jump scare. Whoa.
What? So you really think Michio Shiraishi is alive?
Just think it through and it all becomes obvious. That tracks, but do you really think that girl could manage all of this? First of all, Aereo, go report this to HQ.
Understood. I'll get on it right away.
Oh, it's hotting up now. This is getting exciting. I'll admit, it was a bit slow in the beginning, Bleaties, but now everything is coming together. Like, we're going from 0 to 60. It's getting quite exciting. Holy shit, look at this. This is an absolute, this whole place is an absolute mess. I'll start by investigating this place. Sure ain't lacking in stuff that needs looking at.
There's a bunch of photos of the same person pasted on the wall over there. Hmm? Whoa, now hold on. These photos. They're all of Fumichi and Nejima. Gross. Really? Come to think of it, he was in the papers a lot back in the day. Oh, there's even more pasted up over there. These are all cutouts from newspapers and magazines about the Nejima murders. I don't get it. Why the weirdo shrine?
Let's keep looking around. Yeah, why the weirdo shrine? This is... She became obsessed with him, it seems, but the question is why and how would they know each other? Unless, was she maybe directly related to one of the women thrown into the river? Look at these. Pictures of Fumichika Nejima cut out from newspapers and magazines. Whoever put these up was obsessed. I wonder what their intent was.
You think the Shiraishis are somehow connected to the Nejima's case? Perhaps they did this so as not to forget a grudge or something. It's crazy to think Nejima might be involved in all this, too.
Yeah, it seems that our friend Fumichika Nejima really does get everywhere. He really does get everywhere. Blah! Do you think he might have had anything to do with the body here?
Maybe. The man's already out on parole. He's a curse bearer with a curse stone now. He announced that from sundown today he'll be going on a killing spree.
Oh dear. Wow, oh dear, that feels like such an understatement for this facial expression. I feel like that's really underselling it. That's really underselling it. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear is what you say when you like spill your tea. Or you drop something unbreakable on the floor. That's an oh dear moment.
There's an emergency search underway as we speak, but no one's yet managed to get a hold of the bastard. So he hasn't changed his ways. That doesn't bode well.
To tell you the truth, the lady here isn't completely unconnected from the Nejima murders either. Oh, I thought... Why? Because... Wrong. I've just made a mistake. Wrong voice. I was looking at Harue's face when I started reading and failed to acknowledge the fact it's actually Richter speaking. My bad. Where? Tell you the truth, the lady here ain't completely unconnected from the Nejima murders either.
You don't say.
That's right. We talked about it last night. 20 years ago, I found the hand in the Sumida River that brought the incident to light.
You don't say! You were the kid from back then? You were really brave. You did a great deed.
Oh, they're reunited! They spoke at the time! Oh, this is really sweet. Oh, he's talking to her like a proud parent. That's really wholesome. I'm oddly touched by this reunion. It's it wasn't what I expected. It wasn't what I expected.
Were you the detective I spoke with? I had no idea.
So you two have met before. Fancy that. I've been worried that Fumichika Nejima might bear resentment toward you, ma'am.
You might be right. Unfortunately, that asshole is quite the resentful type, Mwah.
Oh dear.
That asshole. I wonder who put the idea into his head. And now he's got the one-sided read, too. He threatened to massacre the people of Honjo at sundown.
Oh, seriously?
On top of that, he's been itching to get revenge on me as well. Of all things, the man's gone and threatened to kill my daughter.
Damn. That's quite the threat. Certainly you can't afford to stay put here.
The fucker wants to get us all antsy. When I finally get to arresting him, it'll be with a cool head.
Not gonna give him the pleasure, huh? We're not gonna give him the pleasure, Bleaties. We are not gonna give him the pleasure. When we find Fumichika, we are nailing his ass to the floor in the politest, calmest, most well-measured, even-toned, mild-mannered way possible, because we are not going to give him an ounce of satisfaction. Well, if it were Fumichika and Nejima have anything to do with each other, then this room might hold a clue to Nejima's location. I'm gonna guess they met in prison. Because we know that this dude who's a mangled heap on the floor here spent time in jail. And Fumichika spent 20 years in jail, so there's that connection. Let's hope so. I mean, basically any of these things stuck anywhere could give us that information. It's the same man in every picture. Is that Fumichika Nejima? Well, this is quite the spectacle. I don't think I'll ever manage to erase this from my mind. Don't worry, Richter. You're quite the spectacle yourself. Do you mean to compare me with the likes of a bizarre criminal? I have to admit, that's kind of rude. That's kind of near the mark, Harue. You can't possibly, like, compare Richter with a serial killer. Those two things are very different. The person who put all these photos up must have been obsessed with Nejima. They might have had some relation to his victims, or perhaps it was the opposite. The opposite? What if it wasn't loathing, but admiration? But then, I wonder what's behind door number 1. Can we go into the kitchen? I kinda want to. This sliding door leads to the kitchen. Barely fits its frame. I want to go inside. Can we not? With the window and the storm shutter closed, no light gets in here at all. It's pitch black. The neighbors mentioned they started to keep the house shut at night like this not so long ago. Not long ago? So, but Nejima's picture is there's still much to say about that, apparently. These aren't just cut from publications. They're even snapped a number of their own shots. They must have admired him. Why else would they have collected so many pictures? Whatever the case, it's certain they were obsessed. I mean, it looks like there's a bunch of blood as well. And look at all this stuff on the floor. What about the drawers? Is there anything in here? This drawer is really old. Chief Inspector, do you mind if I look inside? I mean, in normal cases, only the police would be allowed to touch things, right? Right. Ario isn't here, so let me take a look at it. What's inside? Just clothes. Not much variety either. Can't say they were big spenders. Well, I was hoping to find a kind of talisman, but I guess we're not so lucky. I see. Well, thank you anyways. I mean, clearly there's a lot of obvious talisman stuff on the floor, so I guess we should finally get to looking at the obvious clues. It's off-putting to look at, but I can't help but wonder what in the world this is. They're magic runes. They're used in Western black magic rituals. Most of the time they're useless imitations, so I wouldn't get too excited about it. Oh my, who knew the Chief Inspector was such an expert on the occult? Just chanced upon that information. Now we know that's a lie. We know that's a lie because he's a part of the paranormal division. This is literally his jam. Thank you for the hat pad. Thank you. Much appreciated. Thank you very much, Pink J.
The girl with the spirit sense we mentioned. She's pretty informed on the subject.
Someone was attempting to perform Western black magic in this place. Pretty absurd if you ask me. Of course, the person in question was dead serious about it all. I mean, there's no doubt about that. You've seen the mess? Thank you! So, Western black magic. That's, I guess Western, when we say Western, we mean, we generally mean European. Because, in the Middle Ages, America didn't exist as we know it. So I guess that can be ruled out. So Western black magic. While magic is often classed as a branch of mysticism, or may variously refer to the witchcraft and astrology, here it refers specifically to Western black magic. Hey, no money, it's good to see you. Hope you're having a wonderful day. It's lovely to have you back. We are getting hot on the trail now. Things are heating up in this case. We have come in. We have come in to the murdered girl's house and have basically decided she's not actually dead. But I'll tell you someone who is dead, absolutely. That's her stepdad. Sounds like he got what he deserved, to be honest. So one discipline was considered wicked and shunned, and that's black magic. The practice of using magical knowledge to strike bargains with demons. Generally, we call that demonology. But, that's fine. So there's a lot of books here. Obviously, there's the corpse. We'll look at the corpse last. Looks like the things spread around here have been like this for a while now. This, ritual or whatever is something he attempted up to recently. Plenty of the neighbors mentioned having heard strange mantra-like noises coming from here during the night. You think Iwai was the one chanting? Hard to say. Could have been one of the Shiraishis as well. If we look through these books in the back, we might learn whatever it is that we're trying to do. Now, I was deliberately leaving the books till last because I felt like that would give us all the information in one go. But you know, you don't wanna get to the juicy bit first. You know, you gotta build up to it. You gotta feel you earned it. They're all books scattered everywhere. I wonder what they're about. Many of them are written in a foreign language. It'll be a real pain to look through all of these, so let's save them for later and continue to look around. Yeah, but this one is open. But this one is wide open and you can see the, like, alright, okay, fine. I guess we'll just get to the obvious bit and look at the corpse. There's nothing around to confirm his identity, but by the looks of him, I'd say he's Kankichiro Iwai. You've seen him before? I heard he had a criminal record, so I assumed he wouldn't have held a respectable occupation. Is this what a curse does to a person? Ma'am, it'd be better not to look so closely. Yeah, I'm kind of with him on this one. If she doesn't want to have nightmares about what may or may not happen to people that she curses, she probably doesn't want to look at this. It's amazing. It's amazing in what way? It's like amazingly horrid, like terrible, cruel, mean, disgusting, vile. There's a lot of things. Cruel is what it is. I guess now we can look at the books again. Ah, finally. What do you say, Chief? Would you let me look through it if I wore gloves? Well, it's not like I'm any help with foreign languages. Go ahead. Thank you. Seems to be a book on Western black magic. The same rules are written here alongside detailed descriptions of the procedures. I suppose you call these grimoires. It's all a bunch of nonsense if you ask me, though. You think this EY guy was trying to study him? Perhaps to perform some kind of ritual? There are a bunch of handwritten notes beside the grimoires. Whoever it was, they were serious about this. Iwai doesn't look like the type to be into this stuff, but shouldn't judge a book by its cover. Thank you for the streak, No Money. 15 whole streams in a row. That's crazy. Thank you for being such a good egg. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. But why would he be studying black magic? I mean, I guess because he wants to use black magic. It's the only logical explanation, I feel. According to the materials, this here rune is for the restoration of youth. Perhaps he was trying to become young again. I mean, in a manner of speaking, he kind of succeeded. He became young again by sending himself straight back onto the wheel of samsara for reincarnation as some other life form doomed to suffer. So technically, he has refound his youth, just maybe not how he hoped to. This over here seems to be black magic related to resurrection. Each one of these spells requires a human sacrifice. Talk about dangerous. Resurrection? Like the rite? I guess no matter what part of the world, people will turn to the occult for similar reasons. I mean, an obsession with, like, living forever has definitely existed in almost every possible known civilization, whether that was eternal life, like, in the next life, or whether it was being able to consume things or cast magic that let you live eternally in this one. It's definitely something that has persisted in the history books. Now, I've noticed there's what looks suspiciously like a phylactery here. I really hope it's not a phylactery, but that's kind of what it looks like. I wonder what's inside. What is it? This looks like a journal. It's probably a wise. A journal. His writing is surprisingly thorough. Jesus Christ, why did I just get fucking jump scared by that? Yeah, another dumb jump scare. It's not even scary, I just... Oh. Please. Please, help. Hey, Phoenix, good to see you. Are you having a wonderful day? I'm just gonna have a quick sippy. Because I definitely need to restore my breathing rate. Sippy, sippy. Thank you. Oh my god, sorry about that. It's almost as if he was writing a report for someone. Oh, wow. Now this is something. So he was writing a report for someone, Bleaties. It almost suggests that maybe he was in cahoots. He was in cahoots with somebody. But wasn't Nejima? Thank you for the head pat. I really need it. Why am I such a baby? Why am I such a baby that, like, a face close-up happening suddenly, like, actually makes me, like, piss myself? Help, I'm stupid. I'm stupid. The two brain cells, they struggle with the sudden jumps. What is it? What did he write? Well, this is quite a find. Let me give you a summary. So this KISSYKISSY-MWAHMWAH fellow, he'd been searching for a spell to restore youth for years. So he was into black magic from the start. He believed if he could learn to successfully perform the spell, he could then use it to earn a fortune. To tell you the truth, it seems he was already getting funded after he acquired this grimoire. You don't say. This is starting to sound kind of familiar. It is, isn't it? It is starting to sound kind of familiar. It's starting to sound suspiciously an awful lot like the Rite of Resurrection getting funding from the moment it was discovered and published. This is all getting a bit sus. But first, let's find out how he got his hands on the grimoire. It seems that Nejima told him where he could obtain the book when they were both in prison. Aha! Aha! Bleaties! EP was right. What did EP say? They must have met in prison. They must have met in prison. We got it. We got it. Easy money glitch. Sign me up. Absolutely. Good to see you, Space. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Welcome back.
What? That's nearly too much of a coincidence.
Likely not a coincidence. It seems like Iwai took an interest in the Nejima murders after it made the news. He admired him rather passionately. You might even say he worshipped the man. You spelled worshipped wrong! Ahem. Sorry, my inner proofreader there just screaming out irrationally. Pardon me.
Worship Nejima of all people.
This was a time when students were itching to rebel. Anyone who did something to shake the world was bound to gather admirers. Iwai had been collecting these photos ever since that time. And since he just so happened to land in prison the same time as Nejima, he made sure to get in contact.
This is a lot. I mean, even having it all laid out like this, the thought of Nejima being involved with these grimoires is staggering. I don't think we have had anything pointing to that. So what's the connection?
Well, to be honest, it's a shock to me, too. For years, we've been scratching our heads over the motives behind the Nejima murders.
Yep. It's been a mystery to us all from the very start. Whoa now, wait just 1 minute. Do you think... No way, are you saying?
That's right. The murders might have been for a ritual. He was attempting to perform black magic. Fucking shocker! I can't believe it! So the dude wasn't just committing murders. So my hypothesis was that he had a curse stone and had been using them since all that time, right? But maybe actually he genuinely had been trying to perform black magic that whole time. I hadn't actually considered that. Man, this story has moved so far away from where the prologue began, Bleaties. This story has moved so far from the prologue. The prologue is basically now an isolated story that has so very little to do with anything happening now. This is actually kind of crazy. It's like I'm playing a different game. The instructions were written down for the sacrificial offering, and they match up exactly with the acts carried out by Nejima.
You gotta be kidding me. So that sadistic crap he was doing for black magic?
Well, that's what the evidence suggests. However, Nejima tried to do some type of resurrection ritual, but Iwai had different motives. Chief Inspector, you might think this is all the stuff of fantasy, but that doesn't refute that Nejima and Iwai were both acting in earnest.
This is batshit insane. You're telling me that Nutjob did all this for some hokey pokey resurrection? Shit, resurrection!
That means there must have been someone Nejima wanted to bring back to life. Hey, what are the odds? What are the odds that it's Hokusai? What are the odds they wanted to bring back Hokusai? They're working together with the artist student. They're working together with the artist student, Bleaties. They just really want to bring back Hokusai and give him 5 more years. Jesus fuck! This should not be jump scaring me. I intentionally didn't bring my hammer or my pacifier today because I was like, I'm a big grown sheep. I'm a full grown sheep that's 3 apples high. I'm not gonna be jump scared by anything. I'm starting to get like I'm starting to get used to it. I'm a brave sheep, and I've already been jump scared in the space of... twice in the space of, what, 5-10 minutes? Send help!
Damn. That's it. That has to be it. Fucking hell, it all makes sense now. What? What is it? So, about the Nejima murders. There's some information that's been kept from the public.
Oh, it's getting juicy, Bleaties. It's getting juicy. I'm so... oh my god, yes. Let's do it, let's do it, let's do it. Spill the tea. Go on.
When we broke into his house and arrested him, we also found a baby. A baby?
Wait. No way. The girl?
So maybe the girl is the baby that was in his place?
Oh, no fucking way. I think that might actually be it.
It was a girl. Looked to be about 6 months old. She was covered in filth. Looked so weak and sickly. We called the medics right away. If we were a second later, I'm sure she would have died.
So was Nejima the father?
Told us he'd found her under a bridge.
He found her? She was abandoned? Oh, that's too sad. But why if he... wait. But why would a serial killer want a baby? Was he planning to sacrifice her too? This is getting... this is twisting my melon a little bit. I've heard of parents threatening to leave their child under a bridge as a threat, but to think it really happens. I suppose there are those cases with dead newborns found stuffed into coin lockers, so it's not without precedent.
Whatever the case, we never found out the truth. But there's one rumor from back then that I could never get out of my mind.
And it's starting to sound more likely now?
Well, I'm sure this isn't the first time you heard it. Many believe Nejima's guilty of more crimes than what got him convicted. Back then, a lot of girls went missing.
Yes, I remember all of that.
Among the high schools that might have been murdered, or maybe I should say sacrificed, was a girl who was pregnant.
Goodness. I still feel like goodness is an understatement for this face. I definitely feel like there should be something more profane in this position here. That's horrific. He killed her and dismembered her body.
And we thought maybe the baby we found is what he pulled out from inside of her. Don't misunderstand me, this is all speculation on top of speculation here. But I for one never believed the man would just take in a baby he found under a bridge.
I'm feeling sick. Stay strong, ma'am. I know this is hard to hear.
Like I said, don't take that to be the full truth. We were running on speculation back then. And now this whole resurrection magic has come into play. We should consider the possibility it was his child. And maybe he was trying to revive whoever the mother might have been. It's just a theory, but my life would be a tad easier if it were true.
I mean, that is pretty fucking gross. Imagine that. Imagine... Jesus fucking Christ. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say about that. That's really quite horrendous. Murdering a girl, chopping her to bits, but she was pregnant and there was a baby in there, so you basically give her... You give her an unsanctioned, medically questionable C-section. Which raises further questions about, was this before or after the girl, like, was dead? Horrible to think about, isn't it? Ugh, grim. Real grim. Thank you for the hydrate, Mama Jo. I forgot to mention what kind of water I'm drinking. I'm still on my still strawberry water kick. I'm on my still strawberry water kick. I had to get some more of it. I had some peach on Wednesday and was like, do you know what? It's not hitting the same. It's not hitting the same. I'm gonna get some strawberry instead. So I'm back on my strawberry thing. I got still strawberry water today. Sippy sippy, thank you, thank you! Thank you, thank you! Well, this story just got a whole lot darker. It's an interesting thought. If there was anyone Nejima would want to resurrect, a deceased wife is as good a guess as any. The fact he obtained a curse stone suggests he has an interest in the rite of resurrection. Damn, you're right. And here I was thinking that he was only after the curse's power to massacre. Chief Inspector. Yeah? What happened to the child? Oh. Bleaties. I think we may be able to guess where this is going. I think we may be able to guess where this is going. You're 100% welcome to put your guesses in chat, but I think it's probably pretty obvious what happened to the girl. Without a birth registration on file, best we could do was find her some suitable foster parents. It was decided to keep the circumstances secret for the sake of the child's future. Well, I'm glad she was taken care of. I think we all know what happened to her. I think we all know what happened to her. Now, I don't mean to derail the conversation, but there's still more written in Iwai's journal. We know Iwai had managed to obtain the grimoire thanks to the advice he got from his idol, Nejima, while in prison. But after conducting research and gathering more information, he determined he had a chance to get rich quick. Right, he thought he could make some money if he could successfully use rejuvenation magic. Correct. Turns out someone gave him the idea. And get this. What do you know? Of course it was her that gave him the fucking idea. This woman is so sketchy. This woman is so sketchy. I bet she's the one funding everything. I bet she is the one funding everything. She's siphoning off money to these lunatics to try and find some kind of resurrection or living forever tincture. She's so soapy. She is soapy. That's absolutely true. She's very soapy. It was the one and only queen and chairman of Hihaku Soaps herself, Natsue Yamamori. Wait, the chairwoman of Hihaku Soaps? So, that's where this leads. Here, let me read what he wrote. Well, Bleaties, I think we're about to get the confessions of a dead man. The Queen of Hihaku has a strange fear of growing old. Do I use soap? Actually, I use shower gel. I use shower gel because soap would dry my fluff out. Soap would dry my fluff out. I gotta be careful what I use, you know. I can't have the candy floss dissolving. I can't have the candy floss dissolving. Anything that smells like sandalwood. Anything that smells like sandalwood is the best. I'm obsessed with the smell of sandalwood. It's so good. I am very delicate, it's true. Bleh. Bleh. I'm very delicate. My 2 whole brain cells are barely functioning. I've got to be very careful, yes. I've got to be very careful.
Her fear of death is even worse. If she does die, she wishes to be revived, and she will spend whatever it takes to preserve her beauty.
Sandalwood, Chinese coated sheep. I just love the smell of sandalwood. I've always loved it. I've always loved it. I've always loved the smell of sandalwood. Like, as a kid, like, as a small lamb walking past some of the shops in my old hometown. My hometown had a few of those like touristy esoteric shops in it, which is probably one of the reasons that I find this kind of occult themed stuff so fun, right? It's very familiar to me. Almost always walking past, they would be burning some kind of incense, and quite often it would be sandalwood, and I'm obsessed with the smell of sandalwood. I love it. It's so nice. It's such a soothing smell. Perfume that smells of sandalwood, air spray that smells of sandalwood, candles that smell of sandalwood. Just give me sandalwood all day long. Sandalwood, num num num. Such a good smell. Oh. Magic, rituals, and rats. She'll use whatever means necessary. Her tenacity is unbelievable. Well, she was apparently investing money into any research on resurrection. So what does that mean, Bleeties? That's right! That means that she is confirmed to be the one funneling money into these lunatics. We called it. We called it! So, she'd even throw money at the occult. The places greed will take you. Well then, that brings us to Hideki Raishi. She presumably funded his research into the rite of resurrection as well. That's what it all points to. I wouldn't be surprised if the Witch of Hihaku pounced the rumors of the rite of resurrection. It's starting to sound likely. It might also be why she's spreading the rumor about having godly powers. It's a convenient cover for her if she becomes young again. Godly powers? What's all that about? Yeah, so there have been rumors going around that the police have somehow missed where she's referring to herself as the Witch of Hihaku, upon whom the gods have bestowed divine power. Have I smelled agar wood? I think I have. I've smelled a lot of things. I'm someone who has tried. I like to go into like perfume stores, for example, and get all the little pieces of cardboard and spray all of the different perfumes on the cardboard and just give them a good old huff. You know, just really breathe it in, and see if I can figure out what all of the different layers are. I'm a very smell sensitive sheep. I'm very conscious of things that smell nice and things that smell bad. Like, I really like the smell of well-brewed coffee. And there is a difference between well-brewed coffee and coffee that's been over-stewed. You know, you can tell if coffee's been over-stewed because it's just sour, right? It's just sour. It doesn't have, like, it's meant to be bitter, but it's meant to have kind of like a bunch of undertones to it that can be chocolatey or slightly acidic-y, slightly orangey. There's a whole thing depending on where the coffee comes from, right? Good coffee smells really good. Shit coffee smells like ass. Same with perfume. Cheap perfume smells like nice the second you spray it, and then the moment that it settles in the air, it smells god-awful, right? It smells like shit, and then it disappears because it's crap, because it's ass, right? Good things smell really good, and bad things just smell really bad. Like, there's no in between. There's no in between. EP sounds absolutely unhinged right now, I expect. That's okay. That's okay. If you don't share my sentiment, that's cool. You might just not have EP's ridiculously oversensitive sense of smell. You see. Indeed, Alter, indeed. You've all gained special knowledge this day. You've all gained special knowledge this day. Next time you go into your preferred coffee shop of choice, smell the coffee that you have. Smell the coffee that you have, right? And then the next time you have, like, instant coffee, so give that a smell and just kind of think about, damn, they do smell really, really different. They smell really different. Instant coffee is whack. It's really bad. You can ignore that. Either way, I think Yawa took the payments he was getting for his research to seduce a family and taking him into keeping a low profile. The Shiraishi family, Michio and her mother, Toshiko, who were just as unlucky marks. And this is where you get involved. Are you feeling steady, ma'am? By the way, good to see you, Walter. Hope you're having a wonderful day. I forgot to actually say hi. How rude. How rude. You don't have much body smell, but it makes your earwax dry. You know, I don't really, EP doesn't really, I mean, even though my ears are quite big, as you can see, EP doesn't really get earwax. I know everybody has some, but EP doesn't have, like, any sort of prolific earwax. I don't have to regularly clean my ears or anything like that. I feel quite fortunate. I feel quite fortunate in that respect. I've never had to, like, go to the Chinese doctor and have, like, the ear candle thing, right? That's a common thing for earwax over here. Is if you get lots of earwax or your ears get clogged easily, you go to your local TCM practitioner and they put a candle in your ear. Your ear canals are narrow too. Oh, I have that problem. I actually do have that problem, and that really sucks for whenever I'm buying headphones. I can't do in-ear headphones. I have to have over-ear headphones, because in-ear headphones just fall out. They fall out of my ears. It's very uncomfortable, or they make my ears sore. Your ears get clogged all the time? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that. You need to get yourself an ear candle. You've got to get an ear candle. That will solve all your problems. You hate dry, flaky earwax. I can't imagine. I can't imagine what it's like. I'm very sorry that you experienced that. And I'm even more sorry that I cannot relate. Because it makes me sound like I'm bragging. I'm not bragging. I'm sorry that I can't sympathize on a deeper level because I don't know what that feels like. I'm sorry. Are you feeling steady, ma'am? Huh? This has something to do with me? Thank you for understanding. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for the head pat. Wait, I think I know where we're going with this. Oh no. Are you saying that... No. No, you can't mean... You've realized it then. You're a sweet Shiva. Thank you! Thank you, thank you! Perhaps... I don't know what word order is going in. It's because I'm covered in candy floss. It's true. It's true. The candy floss keeps my ears in good condition. So what am I saying? Is it maybe... I don't know where this sentence is going, so I'm not sure who I should be starting it with. I'm not sure who I should be starting it with. Let me see. Hang on. Natsue. Who was Natsue? Was that the girl that was found murdered? No, that's her. Who was the girl found in the river? Who was the girl found in the river? Who was it? Was it Mayu? Okay. Okay, now I'm not sure where to go. Now I'm not sure because without knowing exactly what the sentence is, I guess it could be. I guess it could be Michio. I guess it could be Michio? Is that where we're going with this? Like, because I don't know, are we saying that Michio Shiraishi's boyfriend? Or are we saying, like... I feel very dumb right now. I feel very dumb right now. Huh. I guess... I mean, if it's related to her... Who here is related to her? Okay, no. I don't think any of that is correct. Okay, so those are the options. So it could be that Fumichika Nejima's living sacrifice. Unless... Yeah, because I feel like Michio is the living sacrifice, right? Maybe? That's wrong. No. Whoops. I had a chance to be correct, and I was not. I'm sorry, Bleaties. The disappointment is immeasurable. I'm not gonna recover from this absolute loss of face. Ma'am, please calm down. Was I mistaken? Then what did you mean? Ma'am, please calm down. Iwa moved in with the Shiraishis to practice his magic. He needed a sacrifice to perform his youth restoration spell, but that meant extracting the life force from someone young. So it was Iwai. This man. Iwa worshipped Nejima, so he must have also despised Nejima's detractors. Not to mention he was captured and sent to jail once before. Surely he had a bone to pick with the police. So when he realized he had the chance to avenge Nejima, embarrass the police, and acquire a living sacrifice at the same time... Oh no, this is where she comes into it. Her son must have been the living sacrifice. Fuck! You got it! Iwai kidnapped Teruo Shigima's son and managed to score 3 birds with 1 stone! Oh no, her face, oh no, she's gonna fall to bits. She's gonna fall to bits. This is not good. You're telling me that horrid man... He never had the intention of returning my child. Oh no. Oh no, he never had any intention of returning the child. He just wanted her money, but the child was already dead. The child was already dead. I thought there might have been a reason why the kidnapper seemed to be mocking the police. He never wanted money. His aim was to humiliate the force. It all makes sense. He must have used Michio to lower your boy's defenses and then kidnapped him on his way home. That man... He took Shuichi? She's gonna fall to bits, Bleaties. Bleaties? This is not the face of a woman who is going to remain composed. I am very concerned I am very concerned for what she may or may not do with her curse stone following this horrid announcement.
Bleaties, I think she's gonna faint. I think there's a very real chance she's gonna pass out.
Ma'am, please calm down. I understand, but you must remember to breathe.
You don't understand. You have absolutely no idea what I'm going through. This isn't a joke. I wouldn't expect the police to understand. You'll never understand. Living sacrifices? What a stupid, stupid idea from a stupid little man.
Okay, ma'am. Let's just take a moment to breathe. Why don't you go get some fresh air?
I can't believe this. This. Ugh.
She's never gonna recover from this revelation. She is never gonna recover. I mean, we knew she was never gonna recover, but now it's much worse. Now it's much worse. What started out as just kind of an unsolved mystery has become an absolutely unbearable not mystery. No amount of sleep is going to restore her to wellness. I'm sorry to say, Bleaties. Until now, I was absolutely certain that just like a week of sleep would have got her right as rain, but I think it's safe to say this is just too much. This is too much. Chief, I think it's best we take our leave. But before we go, there's one more important piece of information noted in this journal.
Oh?
And why I got in contact with Nejima last year. After Nejima was released on parole, he provided him with accommodation and financial support.
Is that so?
He managed to find a hideout for Nejima to stay in. Damn it. If anything, rather than use his money to support the Shiraishis, it seems most went to Nejima instead. If Nejima's lurking anywhere around at the moment, it's probably that hideout. So we're gonna go find the hideout. Surely. Surely!
Did he write where it is?
Unfortunately, no. That I can't tell. But it seems Michio knew where it was. She never met with Nejima in person, but she was made to go in and clean up, among other things.
What good is that information? The girl's already dead. Wait, no, she's alive.
She is alive. She is alive. See, this time I didn't jump. I'm getting better. That's right. Michio Shiraishi is alive. If you can find her and get her to talk, you can get her to spill the beans on this hideout, too. Look at him, like, making poses, pulling moves, while his client is behind him, barely, like, containing her breakfast.
Investigator, I'm asking you.
I should be going. The lady's not well. Well. Now, Bleaties, now we're really cooking with gas. It suddenly makes sense. We know who everyone is and their connections. Their connections are making way more sense. So Kanichiro Iowai once made a living by placing advertisements selling phony magic items and good luck charms. He held a nostalgic yearning for the post-war era when things and people were simple, and has nothing but negative things to say about the rapidly developing, ostentatious world of late. Wow, it's basically just boomers now. Radical in his belief that it would be better to tear down society and start over again, Kankichiro was discontent with his life spent poking around in society's cesspools to make a few coins. When the Nejima murders were widely reported, it had a great impact on him. He witnessed how a single act by a single man could cause a major rift in society. Perceiving Nejima as a hero, he began collecting every piece of info on Nejima he could find. He was later arrested for his own illegal business practices and had a chance meeting with Fumichika during his time incarcerated that solidified it into idolization. He was captivated by his talk of black magic and following his release, acquired the grimoire Fumichika had hidden away. Damn, there is a lot to say about this Iwai guy, holy fuck, compared to everyone else. As for Toshiko Shiraishi, Kanichiro set his sights on her after encountering her at a part-time job. When he learned that the family was in financial trouble... Oh god, excuse me, boy. I was attacked by a rogue yawn. Sorry. Bleh. He turned on the charm and took advantage of their weakness by offering her money. He revealed his true colors after moving in with the family and used violence and money to keep them under thumb. All the while, his belief in black magic deepened and he found a sponsor in the Hihaku Corporation. Any attempts to resist by the family resulted in beatings, and they couldn't resist them. After Hihaku offered great sums to intensify the work, he set his mind to sacrificing a child to perform a youth restoration spell. For this purpose, he chose Shuichi Shigema, the son of Haruo Shigema, against whom Fumichika held a grudge. He attempted to enlist Michio so as not to alarm the boy. Man, this... I'm not, not to be funny, okay? But this is kind of some Scooby-Doo-ass nonsense where the person that you haven't really met, the person you've encountered for, a brief moment turns out to be, the bad guy TM. So this guy, we've never actually met him. We only heard about him in person. You know, we only heard about his personage. From other people, and what a bad guy he was, and he turns out to be the baddest bad guy of all, in the story. But the only thing stopping him from being the bad guy TM is that he's fucking dead. But he's done a lot of bad shit. Crazy. He does look evil. He kind of looks a bit comically evil. Jeff Bezos with a frown. Actually, no, Jeff Bezos just looks evil, anyway. Are you feeling better now? We've gotten some fresh air, ma'am. I'm... fine. Suddenly finding out who the kidnapper was really made me lose my wits. We managed to solve the kidnapping case by pure luck here. You're right. But, Richter... I feel... grateful towards Michio. I'm not surprised she feels grateful, because Michio did what Haruo never had the chance to do, which was to fuck that guy's shit up in revenge. You swear you've seen 5 other villains with the look. I know, right? It's just... It's a prescribed look. It's a prescribed look. If you want to be evil, you've got, a handful of appearances to choose from, and you can mix and match the features. But it's all the same, right? Because she killed the kidnapper? There's that too. Bald EP? Bald EP isn't evil! Bald EP is a good egg! Bald EP is a good egg! All those other bald guys are bad eggs. And we don't abide bad eggs in these fields. They are bad eggs, but I'm not a bad egg. I'm a good egg. And you're all good eggs too, bleh. But it's for something else. If Michio is the one killing all these people, then she must have acquired quite a sizable amount by now. Soul drags, I mean. Oh, she's gone off the edge. She's gone off the edge. Now she actually seriously is like, okay, I'm not just gonna steal someone else's stone. I'm gonna fucking kill someone. Hey! Good to see you, Fly. Hope you have a wonderful day! Good to have you back with us. Thank you for dropping by. Fluffy EP is sweet and fluffy, but bald EP is bald. No! No, I'm an egg. I'm a good egg. Bald is evil. No, bald isn't evil. Not when you're a good egg. Not when you're a good egg.
Whether the kidnapper's dead or alive, it doesn't mean a thing. Revenge won't bring my boy back. And if Nejima is planning to cause a massacre to collect soul drags, then all the better. I won't give up on resurrection.
Oh no, she's dug our heels in now. She's really dug our heels in now, Bleaty. So she was willing to give up on it initially, provided that we solved the mystery and she was satisfied with it, but nope, she's decided that she doesn't like those reasons. She doesn't like those reasons. So guess we're doing a murder then. Oh, okay. We've got some new points to visit. We've got some new streams. So I think the best one to do next, because these are all they're happening at the same time. So I think it would be best if we do this one first, because this is setting the scene for these two. So the rite of resurrection is the inception of this whole affair. Yakko and Mio decide to confront the man responsible, Hideki Ariishi. They find him at his frequent stomping grounds, the Kuro Kikyo Cafe. Thank you for the head pat! Thank you! I really appreciate it very much, thank you! Time for a coffee. And EP will know if it's good coffee or not, because EP's sense of smell is very good. There's nowhere else we can go? Okay. Remember, we're looking out for stickers as well. We're looking out for the bird stickers in the cafe. In fact, there's one right there! Look, there it is, it's right there! That's perfect! I can't believe they showed us where it was on the way in. Can I, like... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Ahem. You know, normally you'd be breaking school rules by stepping foot in a cafe. I'll be in hot water if you lied about having permission from the police. Remember that. We know. It'll be okay. Man, to me, this guy just looks... He looks like such an ass. I can't remember what voice I gave him originally, so I'm just gonna roll with the ass voice. So, what did you want to ask me? Hello? Why is it so silent? Oh, right, I see, because there's... Can I look around? I can look around. Yeah, look! We've got the next one, what is it? Mockingbird number 8. Which is... The Sparring Sparrow Bros! Check them out! Oh, I love them. Look, they've got megaphones too. Sparrows are really noisy, so that's super appropriate. Oh, they're so... I love them. I love them! Amazing. Amazing. We've got another one. Is there anything else in here? It's just a cafe? I've never been to one before. How exciting! It's pretty smelly inside because of the cigarette smoke, but... The Kuro Kikyo Cafe. That's so mean! The Kuro Kikyo Cafe is a shop on Warikwaseri Street. Its convenient location has made it a favorite of businessmen that like to meet. It used to be chill, there used to be jazz, but recently they've been adding pop songs that make old people mad. The pilaf rice is really good. It's served with coffee, of course it should.
It's a coffee shop, and what's more natural than curry and coffee? We prefer the sound of jazz. The old people love its sass, but they don't like the young people who step inside. The young people, they just can't abide. Look at this place. It could be modern day. The tall seats and the surfaces their array. Tick-tock, tick-tock, there's no music, just the clock. And this grumpy asshole is giving us a look. I'm not sure, but I think he might be divorced, 'cause I don't think anyone would want to live with this angry face. What about the curse stone? What about the curse stone? Mr. Grumpy Pants, tell me about your curse stone. Otherwise, I will have to call the police, 'cause you kinda look like you should have done something to deserve being arrested.
Yakko, if you would. Right, we want to ask you about this.
Oh no, oh my, a curse stone made of wood. It's wood, it's cursed, it's gonna fuck you up good.
A curse stone?
An uncanny mask, that must mean the Fool's Procession. You two were at the school last night. Damn, there of all places. Yakko, you're one of them, you're a curse bearer. I guess he wasn't ready for the truth about this girl. He seems surprised to learn that she's a part of the occult world. But the truth of the matter is she didn't ask for this, but now we're stuck being hunted like an unfortunate duck.
Please calm down, Mr. Arishi. Your reaction is too intense. It's kind of scaring me.
Sorry about that. I'm afraid I got ahead of myself. What is it you wanted to know about your curse stone? Do I kiss his ass, or do I tell him I'll kick his ass? There's not a lot of difference, but maybe it will make an impact that lasts. Oblities, what to do? Should I maybe tell him I like his hair? Perhaps it would be better to say I wish that he wasn't there. And ask myself, how much do you do? I definitely think that guys like him who are incredibly easily intimidated are very susceptible to flattery. Thank you for liking my singing. Even though my songstress mode is always so hit and miss, because depending on what's going on, it can be really, really hard to think up stuff to do. So, hooray! Oh no, now I've got hiccups. Amazing. Thank you for the hat pat, Pink J. Thank you, thank you.
It's just a brilliant teacher like you must know an awful lot about these curse stones.
Well, it's true that I'm likely the person most well versed in the matter.
You're the only one we can count on, Mr. Arishi. Won't you help us, please?
Wait a sec, you'll scare me? Oh no. I don't need to be more scared. I'm already scared by this guy's haircut. Boo. Oh no. I am being jump scared. I'm being jump scared by emotes. Oh, am I now? Well, in that case, there's no harm in hearing what you have to say.
Thank you. Let's see.
Yeah, what did I say? Guys like him, they're a sucker for a little bit of flattery. Sucker for a little bit of flattery, because obviously, he clearly thinks a lot of himself already, right? He clearly thinks a lot of himself already.
Why is everything with the rite of resurrection and 7 mysteries curse stones happening now?
Taken an interest in that now. Have you received one of the curses, eh? You sound like a researcher. Starting your questioning with your subject's origins.
Mr. Arishi, you're not the one who triggered the curse, are you?
No, I'm afraid I had nothing to do with that. Rather, I wasn't even attempting to do so in the first place. KISSYKISSY-MWAHMWAH. Completing the rite itself has nothing to do with my research.
Then, how do you know of the ancient Onmyodo ritual known as the Feast of Shadows?
What is that? Something from the occult? Miss Kurosuzu, you look like the type to be interested in those things, but it's outside my field of expertise.
In that case, why do you think the rite and the curses have appeared now? I believe this is the intentional work of someone.
It's the intentional work of someone, but who? Who? It's certainly not something that would happen by accident. Why is it that you want to know?
Well, you may not tell us anything if we say that we're trying to stop the curse. We need to make something up. Right.
Okay, so I have one choice. I have one choice. Why? Why do I have a choice at all if there's only one choice? Maybe if I'd done a different story, like, first, or if I hadn't done a different story first, this would have been, like, grayed out, like I don't have an answer. I don't know.
Well, you see, we just have such intellectual curiosity, and, I think you could really help your research.
I see. Well, now that you mention it...
It seems he's reluctant to answer. Then how about...
why don't we ask about his research? He is surely gonna want to talk for eons about the research because that's his jam, right? Maybe his research will give us some insight.
Then, what does that record of fates that you've been researching say about the rite of resurrection?
Oh, I see. That's what you want to know. Well, allow me first to elucidate you regarding the author of the record of fates. A special privilege, I might add, since I have yet to publish this in a paper. Oh, well, we should all be feeling extremely privileged. We should all be feeling extremely privileged because we are the first to hear about this before it's even been published. Check us out getting that sweet insider info.
Yeah, okay.
Although Yakko doesn't seem very into it. But what happened to Wakko and Dot? And would they be into it? The Record of Fates was written 200 years ago in the latter half of the Edo period. It was written by a skilled but little-known onmyoji called Seiman Tsuchimikado. Do I like avocado? I do. I do like avocado, especially in salad. Especially in salad with a little bit of balsamic drizzle. Nom 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 nom. I do like avocado. Did you know avocado is actually technically a fruit? Avocado is technically a fruit because the seed is on the inside, just like bell peppers. Avocados are technically a fruit. But I find that to be really fucking strange. So, as far as I'm concerned, it's a vegetable. This is important stuff, so if nothing else, remember this. Seimon Tsuchimikado. I've never heard of him. See, EP's full of all kinds of silly trivia that will be really useful in pub quizzes, right? Just you wait, just you wait. Next time you go to a bar and they're having a surprise quiz, sign yourselves up. Lots of this knowledge will come in useful, yeah. I'm sure you haven't. He was born into a famed Onmyoji family, but split away to practice forbidden arts in secret. He used whatever name was most convenient for the situation, so his real name barely exists in records. Blended avocado is so good, yeah. Just, oh, avocado guacamole, super good, super good. Oh, so it is written in the record of fates. As brilliant as Seimon was, he was also an eccentric. He delved into researching the rite of resurrection, a legendary forbidden ritual that had never been completed. However, by involving himself with this forbidden ritual, he was expelled by his family, and eventually found himself in Honjo, in Edo. The record of fates are the writings Seimon recorded on the road to Edo. I see. So, he wrote how to perform the rite itself. The rite of resurrection makes use of Abe no Seimei's speciality, the Taizan Fukun ritual, a means of communicating with the afterlife. Ah! So, Bleaties, this was not just a ritual to bring back the dead, it was to speak to the dead and engage with them to restore somebody's life, possibly. It uses soul dregs to replicate the soul of a dead spirit that has been called. Oh wow, I never knew something like that existed. Thus, it is thought the only ones who can use it are those with the ability to turn human souls into soul dregs in the first place. So, the rite of resurrection calls for that ritual to be performed in advance. Then, when the soul dregs are gathered and infused with the wish of whoever is performing the ritual, it can be completed. So, note what he just said. Note what he just said. The rite of resurrection makes use of Abe no Seimei's speciality, the Taizan Fukun ritual, which uses soul dregs to replicate the soul of someone dead. So it is possible to use the dregs that are collected to make a complete soul. But the only ones who can use it are those with the ability to turn the souls into dregs in the first place. And we don't know who that is, but we know for sure it's not us. So there has to be someone who is capable of doing that. And the contents written in the record of rites end there. So there's no more? What about the 7 mysteries or the curse stones? There's nothing written about them in the record of fates. The curse stones are separate from the rite of resurrection. Their curse stone. Why do I keep saying stone? I've got the word stone literally physically stuck in my mouth. Their curse is one used to enable one who is unable to perform such rituals to be able to use the rite. That's similar to what Mio said, actually. It's similar to what Mio said, eh? So we've got some more information about Onmyoji. An officially appointed government position with the Bureau of Onmyo in medieval Japan, Onmyoji were tasked with performing divinations and rituals. They would employ Chinese philosophies of yin and yang and wuxing, the five. I know a lot about wuxing. Ask me about wuxing. To compose astronomical charts and almanacs. High-ranking practitioners used a variety of mystical arts, including ones that brought natural disasters and curses. Onmyoji were also tasked with exorcising demons through the usage of shikigami. Now, is there anyone here who's ever played the mobile game Onmyoji? Because there is a mobile game made by NetEase about exactly this thing. Sure, what is wuxing? Well, I'm so glad you asked. Wuxing is a principle. You have played it, see? So if you've ever played the Onmyoji game, you'll have some familiarity with what Onmyoji and Shikigami are. They're basically like spirits that you employ to help you fight other spirits. And it's the game, that particular game is very colorful, very whimsical. But if you are genuinely curious or interested in the topics mentioned here, give Onmyoji a play. And that information is freely available, and it's explained in a very, like, beginner-friendly way. So, what it won't tell you about, though, is the wuxing, or yin and yang. So, the principles of yin and yang in Chinese philosophy, particularly that of Taoism. Now, there's two types of Taoism. There's two types of Taoism, and you must not get them confused. Do you hear me, Bleaties? No confusing the two types of Taoism. There's real Taoism. Okay, real, actual Taoism, which is more about letting things happen as they naturally happen in the order of nature and things occurring the way they're supposed to. And it incorporates such things as wu wei, which roughly translated means effortless effort. In other words, you do something because it comes naturally, or something happens because it comes naturally. You go with the flow. Everything works as it's supposed to. It will all be all right in the end, right? Life and living have ups and downs, but that's natural. It's the way it's meant to be. You sometimes have the good things, you sometimes have the bad things, reflected in yin and yang, the male and the female essence, of which there is a dot of each in each other, because nothing is perfectly black and white in life. And you need a little bit of each in the other for balance. Balance is very important. So yin and yang, all about balance. Now, then there's Taoism, like you see in TV shows, which is basically magic. Which is basically magic and wizardry, and is a lot more esoteric, a lot more occult focused. Okay, and that's where games like Onmyoji come in, and that's what this is tapping into a little bit as well. So yin and yang are the essence of male and female, light and dark, left and right, one half and the other half. All things must incorporate this balance. With every beginning there is an end, from every end there is a beginning, etc, etc, etc. Wuxing, the 5 elements, is often spoken about in tandem with Bazi. So wuxing, the 5 elements, and Bazi, the 8 signs. And these things how many people are losing their minds right now? Like, what the fuck is she talking about? I just really love this kind of stuff. The 5 elements, if I remember correctly, are metal, or in sometimes, like, in other, sometimes it's referred to as kin or jin, which means gold, but it's metal, or tia, iron, gold, metal, tia, interchangeably. I'm glad you understand. So we have metal, we have wood, we have water, we have fire, and we have the wind. And these elements all work together. They are both complementary and counteractive. So if any of you know your like Chinese birth sign is a year, like you know your Chinese year of birth, you will also actually have a month, a day, an hour, and a minute that can be attributed to those dates as well. And that will create an entire picture that then a professional of divination, I don't like using the word divination because that implies that it's like mystical in some way, but it's more like astronomy. They can use that to figure out what your strengths and weaknesses will be and how you can counteract those things by bringing things into your life with complementary elements and counter-reactive elements. So, for example, if you have a lot of water in your birthday, so for example, Pink J, you're a water goat / sheep, depending on whose 12 animals you're looking at. You're a dinosaur. Hey, a dinosaur is the best. So if you're water, let's say you have water not only in your year, but you also have it in your month and in your hour. That might be a bit too much water. That might be a bit too much water, and they might suggest you bring something in to counteract it, like you add a little bit of fire or something to temper the water, or you maybe make sure that you don't spend any time with things that are too wood elemental, because wood fuels fire and makes it worse, so it can actually, well, anyway, you get the idea. The point is that there are things that work together and against each other, and that is a basic introduction to yin yang and wuxing. Each of wuxing, by the way, each of the wuxing is also associated with a cardinal direction. So they're associated with directions and elements and a time. Yeah, all of these things. It's very interesting.
So how are the 7 mysteries related to the rites? Excuse me, Mr. Arishi.
What is it, Miss Kurosuzu?
You published a theory before the incident took place. It is said that the rite of resurrection and origin of 7 mysteries of Honjo are related somehow. What proof did you have of that?
You really know your stuff. But about that was a somewhat sensationalized piece written for the occult magazines.
Oh, really? So it was just nonsense then?
Not exactly. Not exactly. So it was sensationalized, so it wasn't true, but it wasn't not true either. Thank you, Master Ruby. You're welcome. I'm very pleased to hear, by the way, that I have someone who's a dinosaur in here. No money. Truly, you won the lottery with that one. In fact, did you know, speaking of dinosaurs, I know it's not strictly speaking a dinosaur, but one actual fact that I absolutely love is that because the sign of the dragon, or long, is regarded as the luckiest sign in the 12 zodiac signs, right? What absolutely kills me is that if people are planning on having kids and the year of the dragon is coming up, like in the next couple of years, they will hold out on having kids until the year of the dragon comes, so that they will have a child in the year of the dragon, right? Because it's said to be the luckiest, most auspicious of the sign, of the various signs. And if you look at birth rate statistics, for dragon years, very consistently, there are higher birth rates in dragon years than any other year. Because everybody wants to have a dragon child. Crazy. Favoritism, that's what it is. Dinosaurs are not long. So some of them are quite long. Have you seen a Brachiosaurus? That shit's pretty long. He's a long boy. He's a real long boy. He's certainly a damn sight longer than Eepee, who is only 3 apples tall. It's not a complete fabrication. There is a basis for it. Your dad is a dragon! Oh, he is lucky then. He is lucky! I hope that his luck is, like, shared to you. Eepee is a sheep. Of course I am. Of course I am. Look at me. Where?
Year of the sheep.
Every sheep. No, technically, I mean, as much as I would like to say, I'm year of the sheep, I'm pretty sure that it wasn't the year of the sheep when I was born. I'm pretty sure it wasn't. So let's see. It was 2024 when EP started. It was the year of the dragon! EP's a dragon too! EP's a dragon too! I'm a wood dragon, in fact. EP is a 2-year-old wood dragon. Check me out. Top 10 anime betrayals. No! I am a sheep in body, mind, and spirit. But apparently, in terms of Chinese astrology, I'm a dragon. How crazy is that? You're the only real sheep here. No. It's okay. We are all spiritually sheep. We are all spiritually sheep, boy.
Say it with me now. Baramu. Baramu. I'm a real sheep and you are too. Wet. Surrender the stream key. No. And that is, well, we're gonna find out what the basis for this is now. So apparently there is some truth to this. There is some truth to this, Bleedies, but what is it gonna be?
Oh, holy fuck. I can tell it's getting hot outside because I am actually starting to break into a sweat. Yikes, let me just check. What is my thermometer saying? Holy fuck, it's 27.
Okay. No wonder it feels so warm in here. No, I will never surrender. I will never surrender. I'm EP Sheepy, Amarantia Petronilla Sheepy. And I am the one and only sheep genius. No, never, boy. Suppose there's no harm in telling a couple of students so passionate about the topic. Thank you. This is something I discovered from referencing numerous texts unrelated to the record of fates. It was just after Seiman arrived in Honjo. There was a record of a conflict over a ritual used to resurrect the dead in Honjo. A conflict over resurrecting the dead? You can kill one person in 10 steps! No!
Please don't kill anyone. Killing people bad. Killing people bad.
We don't do that. We don't do that. We're good eggs. We're good eggs. We don't kill people. Okay? Okay? Promise? Pinky swear? Good. Good. I don't know the details. But a man enticed the public with claims of a spell that could resurrect the dead, causing a conflict that ended tragically with 9 dead.
9, you say? As in there are 9 curse stones?
I feel like we are definitely finding a link here.
Oh my god, it's a line in a Li Bai poem!
What? You need to tell me which one.
I can krill one person, or maybe I misread it. Maybe he meant fishing. Li Bai spent a lot of time drinking. Li Bai spent an awful lot of time drinking. I wouldn't be surprised if he did at some point think he was a fish. But my favorite story is still gonna be Zhuangzi talking to his disciple on the bridge about the happiness of fish. It's always gonna be my favorite story. It's always my favorite. It's so good. How do you know the happiness of a fish? Because I know that if I were a fish, that is what happiness would be to me. But you're not a fish, so how do you know that that's the happiness of a fish? From whence do you know the happiness of a fish? From whence? Indeed, right here upon this bridge over the river, I know the happiness of fish. It's a beautiful, silly poem. It's a beautiful, silly anecdote from the Zhuangzi. Saga Xing. Jai, I think. Hold on. Is that Jai Ge Xing? I think. It's very hard for me to read because it's in tiny ass text on my monitor, but I think that's Jai Ge Xing. I will look it up after stream. I will look it up after stream. I do love a good bit of Li Bai. It's very timeless. It's very timeless. That is the only remaining reference. 9 people fighting over a resurrection ritual. I call this tragedy the Honjo incident, and it has long been a subject of my research. And I suspect that this Honjo incident might be the very origin of the 7 mysteries of Honjo. I think we found the origin! I think we found the origin! So what you're saying is, the resurrection ritual at the foot of the Honjo incident is Seiman's rite of resurrection? Yes, that is how the record of fates ties everything together.
To put it in chronological order, first Seimon brought the rite of resurrection to Edo. We can assume that by this point, Seimon was likely using a different name. Then, in Honjo, 9 people fought to the death over this rite. The Honjo incident. After that, the incident was covered up by an interested party, preventing it from being recorded in history fully. It was a line inspired by Zhuangzi. I can believe that. I can believe that completely. I love it. I love it. Zhuangzi is my fave. Zhuangzi is my fave. Of all of the philosophers, of all of the famous names in literature, poetry, philosophy, Zhuangzi just feels to me the most timeless and relatable. Because even now, I too want to be a turtle left to splash around in the mud. You know? Who doesn't? Who doesn't? Every day we stray closer. Every day we stray closer. His sword can krill one person in 10 steps. I love it. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. See, I thought it sounded familiar. I thought it sounded familiar. I'm being tested. No, I like it. I like it. After the incident, it was covered up by an interested party, preventing it from being recorded in history fully. Eventually passed down in incomplete pieces, becoming known as the 7 Mysteries of Honjo. That's more or less the course of events. So we now know about the Honjo incident, in which someone came here, spread a rumor, and a bunch of people got killed. And that could be the source of the curse stones. That could be the source of the cursed stones. So that's how they're connected. Then if I'm getting this right, the 7 mysteries were basically required to gather the soul dregs necessary for the rite. I have one choice. Will I always have one choice? So how are they related? There's more. He looks so smug. He looks so smug. Why are you so smug about this? With this most recent occurrence of the curse, I've become even more confident in my theory. You are? Yes, the reason for it being the resentful memories of the 7 mysteries etched into those receive the curse stones. Resentful memories? Yakko, if you really are a curse bearer, then when you obtained your curse stone, you would have had a resentful memory imprinted on your mind. Oh, I did! Exactly. Those memories are what happened in the final moments of the 9 who died in the Honjo incident. Broadly speaking, they involve dying while bearing some kind of deep resentment. The 9 victims became the 9 curse echoes, which over time came to be spoken of as the 7 mysteries. Thus gathering the resentful memories presented by the present curses and connecting them together will reveal once and for all what happened during the Honjo incident. So what we're hearing basically is that we need, fortunately for us, we have the policeman picking up all of these. Susumi is picking up all of the curse stones. If he gets to hold all of them, we can find out what the whole story is. We can put it all back together. We can put it all back together, right? Which is like so fucking cool. Like, we can find out what the whole story is. We can find out what the whole story is. And that's why you must tell me about the resentful memory of your fool's procession, Yakko. Mio, should I? Yeah, I think it's okay. We need all the information we can get.
Well, I guess we're gonna tell him about the resentful memory and hope that he doesn't try to swipe it from us, Bleaties. Because I feel like there's a chance he could decide to have a go. You know?
Okay, Mr. Arishi, I'll tell you about the memory of the Fool's Procession.
Excellent. I don't know why, but I can't read that without thinking of Mr. Burns. So we've told him, I guess. We've had a time lapse.
So basically, it's about a woman who died falling from a Yakura tower at a festival.
Interesting. It's not that one then.
Not that one. What do you mean?
Among the 9 victims at the Honjo incident, that is to say, the 9 Curse Echoes, one of them is Sayman himself. Or so I suspect.
Oh! So the guy actually is...
The guy responsible for this is one of the dead.
Sorry, I had to have a sippy there.
The warmth is starting to dry out my throat.
Sayman was one of the victims as well? Meaning an Onmyoji as powerful as him also became a Curse Echo.
Right. It would make sense that the curse stones tied to a curse echo would be special. The power of a curse stone is different based on the curse echo.
Oh wait, who am I? I'm reading the wrong person's line here. My bad, my bad.
Ah, whoops.
The power of a curse stone is different based on the curse echo. Mio. That maybe with Sayman's curse echo we could... Yes. We may be able to settle this whole situation.
What are you two whispering about?
Nothing. Sorry.
So let's talk about the resentful memories a bit more. Let's find out what we need to get hold of to put an end to this crazy shit.
Mr. Arishi, how many of the resentful memories have you gathered so far?
I've learned a number of them. The Evergreen Beach, the Fushwashing Mansion, the Ever-Burning Lantern, and now the Fool's Procession makes 4. Of those, the most important are the Foot-Washing Mansion and the Evergreen Beach.
What are they about?
First, the Foot-Washing Mansion. An Onmyoji appears distinctly in this one.
Really?
But not Sayman, I'm afraid. A female Onmyoji who sought the right of resurrection due to her obsession with her personal appearance. I do rather feel like maybe that is the... Does that not sound like the CEO of the soap factory, Bleaties? Doesn't that... Wait. Foot Washing Mansion. Soap. Female Onmyoji. Bleaties! 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 That person is still alive! It's the woman! It's her! The woman in this memory? That is her! The CEO! The CEO has got to... The CEO actually is an Onmyoji. And her soap company's been around for like 100 years or something? Like... Oh my god, it's her! It is her! She is a witch! She is an Onmyoji! That's not coincidence. That's definitely actually gotta be it. Hey, Pom-Pom, good to see you! I haven't figured out the whole mystery, but I think I've just had a fucking light bulb moment about part of the history. Part of the mystery. History? Mystery? Whatever. Like, this... So, a female Onmyoji appears in the memory of the Foot Washing Mansion. The Foot Washing Mansion is about a god who demands that they be washed. Bathhouses famously would have had, you know, or a Foot Washing Mansion, whatever you want to call it, famously there would have been soap in there for getting clean with. And I think it's roughly in the same location as the soap shop. The soap company, the factory. Oh, it's all starting to make sense. This is... Oh my god, this is so cool. Okay. So I think maybe it's actually true. She's obsessed. She's funneling all this money into this because she knows it's feasible. because she's already insanely old. She's already insanely old. She is a real onmyoji, the woman who owns the soap factory.
Her legs, which she had always taken pride in, were stricken with corruption after she was defeated by Seaman.
Her Kissyke was notable for being particularly easy to fulfill the requirements necessary to use the curse. That detective did well to escape this one.
So, a female onmyoji and rival of Seaman was involved in the Honjo incident? That certainly is interesting.
Next, the Evergreen Beach. This Kissyke is from a craftsman of Netsuke carvings named Jinkichi, who was hanged for spreading baseless rumors.
Spreading baseless rumors?
I feel like all of the people in this story are related directly to one of these figures. It feels too much of a coincidence. It's too much of a coincidence that there are all of these overlapping pieces of information that fit together. He apparently spoke of something that granted the ability to bring back the dead. Which had to be our dude, our man who just recently ended up dead. Where is he? Where's his name? Why can't I find him? I'm having a mental block. So this guy, right? He apparently believed it was possible to bring back the dead and was like spreading that information. It could also be this guy. Like there are parallels. There are parallels between all of the people in the stories and all of the people we have right here.
The rite of resurrection.
Precisely. This man Jinkichi must have been in contact with Seaman. If I could just collect all of the memories, everything will be revealed, and the truth of the 7 mysteries will be mine. That is the knowledge I desire.
Meaning you need to gather as much information as you can from the curse bearers.
Precisely. I have an agreement to exchange information with those detectives. But they might not even find the other curse bearers, so I must take my own measures. And what's the trigger? This feels very, 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 very pertinent. I don't want to trigger the curse.
Another thing.
Yes?
You never really finished what the trigger was for all of this.
Well, I don't know.
Really? You're not hiding something from us, are you? It has something to do with how you obtained the Record of Fates, right?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. She knows something that he didn't think she knew. And there's a very good chance. He's not going to be happy that she knows.
How did you really get a hold of the Record of Fates? To tell you the truth, we're in a race against time, so it could be a disaster if we don't hurry.
What are you talking about?
Someone left a warning that at sundown today they would use a curse to kill a lot of people. The one who left that message is the culprit behind the Nejima murders from 20 years ago.
What? Something so terrible will happen again?
I won't allow potentially hundreds of people to become victims of a curse. I'll do anything in my power to stop it. Mr. Araishi, please, tell us everything you know.
I'm sorry, but I truly don't know anything. The truth is, I was given the Record of Fates by a woman. What are the odds that woman was the CEO of the soap fucking factory?
A woman.
What woman? Well, her voice sounded like a woman's. I didn't actually see what she looked like. 1 month ago, while I was investigating at night, I suddenly heard a formless voice.
A woman's voice?
It said, I entrust you with this ancient manuscript and the rite of resurrection held within its pages. Spread rumors of this ritual as far and wide as you can in the coming month. Wait. Bleaties. Are we just recreating the Honjo incident? I feel like we're being led into, we were being baited even into recreating the Honjo incident. Like this 9 people died. They became the curses because of people spreading rumors and trying to restore the undead and various other things. This is all starting to seem a bit too close to current day. Before I knew it, an old document had fallen at my feet. 1 month. She specified the time period. Are we in a loop? I mean, I'm wondering that myself, Space. This is very strange. This is very strange. I was told if I did, I could study the manuscript as much as I pleased. I wanted so badly to verify its authenticity, I ended up accepting. I haven't heard anything from the voice since. It must have had you spread rumors in order to strengthen the power of the curse. To tie together the curse and the desire to seek out the right. This makes it likely that the owner of the voice is the mastermind behind all of this. Hence, I went public with the record of fates. Hihaku and occult magazines immediately jumping on the news. It was a financial boon for me. Hihaku? As in Hihaku soaps? Right. I mean, no, that's not important. Just some personal business. It's not personal, dude. She's funding you. She's the bad guy. She's the bad guy. She's paying for all of this to come around again. After that, I waited, trying to predict what would occur in a month's time. And that's when the curse began. I'm telling you, Soap Lady is responsible for this. Those are all the details I have. Anything else you want to confess to? Very well. I've told you this much, I may as well give you one more thing. Thank you. And what might that be? About Sayman's record of fates. There's a sort of continuation to it. Another document called the Record of Fate's Yin Scroll. A continuation, you say? As in more? Actually, a section written in Sayman's own hand was appended to the manuscript. According to which, after the Honjo incident, Sayman lamented such a calamity taking place. He apparently wrote the addendum for the event that the tragedy became its own curse. I see. So, doesn't that mean that's what's happening now? Isn't that what's happening now? He wrote an addendum for the event that the tragedy became its own curse. So Honjo itself is cursed? And that's why this is happening again? Like it happened once and now it's happening again because it's built on the land of the dead? It seems he had an idea that the victims of the Honjo incident would turn into curse echoes and be used to gather soul dregs. It supposedly details how to handle any trouble that occurs as a result of the rite of resurrection. Really? Hold on a second. Don't you find that strange? What's the matter, Miss Sakazaki? Do you think my information inaccurate? Well, if Sayman died in the Honjo incident, then he couldn't have written an addendum. I mean, yeah, exactly. So did he write this, like, before he died, predicting it was happening? You really don't get it, do you? KISSYKISSY-MWAHMWAH. Am I wrong? Have you forgotten the ability Sayman possessed? Of course not. He could use the rite of... Oh! You're telling me Sayman used it on himself? The rite of resurrection can be carried out in advance so that it activates when the soul dregs are gathered together. Then is it not possible that Seiman himself was resurrected by the right after it all took place? That is the kind of forward planning. That is the kind of forward planning I can only dream of being able to achieve, Bleaties. God damn, this guy literally planned for his own death and rebirth. That is a level of organization I can only aspire to.
But he'd still have to collect the soul dregs needed to use the rite.
Yes, so that's why they died. The 8 others besides Seiman.
What? They died in the Honjo incident for their soul dregs? But that sounds like what's happening now.
That's why I need the resentful memories to learn the truth.
Oh, I get it now.
The issue at hand is that the Yin Scroll in the Record of Fates was supposed to have been passed down as a set. And when I received the Record of Fates, the Yin Scroll was gone. Only this information was left. Supposedly, Seiman's blood descendants guarded as they passed it down across generations. Well, it seemed that over their long history, the two documents became separated and the soul's location has been lost as the family line branched. So, maybe, then, someone else in this story happens to possess the scroll? What are the odds? What are the odds? I'm feeling pretty convinced, Bleaties.
Seiman had descendants, so there's someone out there related to him by blood even now?
Yes, in fact, I've tried to trace the line as far as I could. He wasn't well known on Myoji to begin with, so a detailed family tree does not exist. It seems likely their use of the manuscript has been forgotten, only being passed down out of tradition. And since they aren't even aware of what they have, tracking it down is quite tricky indeed. I wish I could ask whoever that voice had belonged to about the Yin Scroll.
Oh, I'm sure you do. So basically, in the Record of Fate's Yin Scroll, Seiman himself wrote about the ways to handle the curse and the rite, yes?
Yes, that's right. I've been searching for it all this time, but I haven't found a single lead. He hasn't found a single lead. And yet he's just described perfectly the soap factory era, right? The soap factory era, the lady in charge. And he didn't think to see if she maybe had something on that. I feel like she should have. So if you two find out anything, or anything about the other resentful memories or the Yin Scroll, please tell me immediately. You owe me that much for telling you this, do you not? That's the real extent of everything I know. So, we have gained a lot more information, but we also now know about an extra person and a Yin Scroll. And I'm starting to think that maybe Colonel Sanders, our man by the TV box whenever we die, I'm starting to wonder. He looks an awful lot like he could possibly be Seiman. I guess we'll find out.
Yes, I understand.
So what does that leave us with?
Thank you for your help.
If you bring me some useful information, I'll take it into consideration for your school grades as well. Wow. Not corrupt much. Not corrupt much. Favors for better grades? I don't appreciate that. Da-da-da-da. It is indeed the Lushang. We are on the street.
We've learned a lot. So, to sum it up, there was a tragic incident with people cursing each other for the rite of resurrection in the Edo period as well. And the Record of Fate's Yin Scroll may have the info we want since its details how to stop the right. Mwah mwah. Let's think about it, Kissy Kissy. Right. If we could just find the Yin scroll, we might be able to learn how to settle the situation. KISSYKISSY-MWAHMWAH. But even Mr. Arashi didn't have any leads on where it is. How do we start looking? Someone involved in this now must have some connection to it, I think. I have a feeling the mastermind to awaken the curses is involved. Right.
So, I feel like the next thing to do is to go to the soap factory.
So, Mio, what are we gonna do next? Good question. It may be best to give the information we've just learned to Inspector Tsutsumi. We've got a pretty big clue from hearing about the Record of Fate's Yin Scroll. Mr. Tsutsumi might know more about it. Oh, should we go back to school then? Yeah, that's our point of contact after all.
Well, let's not do that straight away. I can't look around, so I guess there's no birds in this area. Let's just like make sure that we clear all of the speech options to make sure that we know everything that we need to know. We've got to be sure about this.
Whoever's behind that voice gave Mr. Aishi the Record of Fates. That must be the mastermind, don't you think? Yeah. And he said it sounded like it belonged to a woman.
But he isn't sure. I guess we'll find out.
Whoever it is, I bet they're scary. You don't like the sound. You don't sound like the Yakko I know. Then let's catch him and make him spill the beans.
I thought you'd say something like that.
But really? I guess I'm just not feeling that confident right now. I understand.
Can we talk more about the mastermind? We need to get this clear, right? We need to be totally 100% on this.
I don't know if it's related to that woman behind the voice, but I'm also interested in the female Onmyoji who is a rival of Seimon.
Rival of Seimon, not to be confused with seamen, who are frequently found in the ocean fishing.
Oh, that reminds me, Mio. You know what's nearby here, don't you? Oh, you mean where Michio? Yeah, where it happened. I was going there every day to leave flowers, even though they always get cleared away anyways. I'm sure it must be hard to be reminded of Michio's death all the time. Oh, that reminds me, Yakko. Yeah? When you asked me to do the spirit board 2 days ago, did you come here that day too? Yeah, I left some flowers before going to school. Why? Did anything seem different today? What's this all of a sudden? So, now you mention it, Mwah Mwah. That day I suddenly felt lightheaded and passed out for a bit. But I came to right away and I felt fine, so I didn't think anything of it. I see. That's all I was wondering about. Thanks.
I've got a bad feeling. I've got a bad feeling about this. Bleaties. So, we saw on the board that she died in an accident, Michio. But we also know that Michio is alive. And we know she went to the candy shop at 8 AM. Hearing this information, that the day that she went to leave flowers and she passed out suddenly, you don't think maybe she possessed? Do you think she might be possessed? We know that Mio has exorcised other students from nasty nasty ghosts before. So is it possible that maybe our girl here is also possessed? And that's why she's alive? Like, Yakko, I mean. I think Yakko is the one that's possessed. Because Mio is the one who does the exorcisms. Like... Yeah. I don't know. It's just... Maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe I'm overthinking it. I might be overdeeping it. Excuse me, girls over there? Oh no, it's this fucking loser. Okay. Oh. Sorry. Didn't mean to eavesdrop, but something you said caught my attention. And who might you be? I'm Yutaro Namigaki. I should probably tell you. Until yesterday, I was a curse bearer. That should clear things up. A curse bearer? Oh, you needn't be scared. I've already given up the cursed stone of the foot-washing mansion. The foot-washing mansion? So you're the one Inspector Susumi was talking about? Ah, you already know Inspector Susumi. That makes this simple. There's nothing to worry about. Oh, hey. You're... in the driver's seat. Huh? What? In the driver's seat? What is she talk? We don't know. We don't know what she's talking about yet. Yakko? Oh? Hello? Yes? Wait, what? Just now was I doing something? Sorry, Mr. Namigaki. What might be the matter? Okay, so something sketchy's going on here. Like, things keep happening to Yakko where she's saying something or doing something and then it's like she snaps out of it and doesn't really remember what happened. That's kind of leaning into my possession theory, I'll be honest. But again, maybe I'm just overthinking it. Maybe I'm just overthinking it. I guess we'll find out. Right. I actually wanted to discuss something with you two. Would you come with me if you have a little time? Discuss something with us? You were talking about Michio Shiraishi, right? It's related to that. Huh? I'm sure you would learn a few things yourself. If not now, later is fine. I'll be waiting around the Ryogoku Bridge. Something rubs me the wrong way about this. But he mentioned Michio. What do we do? Bleaties, we have a choice. And I agree. Something is very much rubbing me the wrong way. Something is rubbing me the wrong way about this. So I think we should go and speak to him first. Because if this is an unexpected dead end, I'd rather get it out the way before going to the right way, you know? Thank you for the head pat, Pink J. Thank you. The encouragement is all very much welcomed and needed. Fine, we'll give him a second to hear him out. Well, I suppose you may as well hear what it is you have to say. Glad to hear it. Then shall we relocate elsewhere? Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen this guy. I don't remember what voice I did. Sorry if it's completely different, because you do remember. I did my best. So here we are at the bridge. We're at the bridge. Ryogoku Bridge. So, what did you want to discuss with us? At least there's other people around, so he won't try anything too shady. Let's see, how do I put this? I'll tell you straight. I want you two to use your curse stones to bring Michio back from the dead. What? It's why I was pursuing the rite of resurrection in the first place. Unfortunately, I had to give up my curse stone before I could succeed. But you two are curse bearers with some kind of connection to her, which means this is the perfect opportunity for me to ask you this. Well, Why does this guy want Michio brought back to life? What is his just this guy is just inherently slimy, isn't he? Isn't he? I can't trust him. I've never once been able to trust him when he's on screen. He is not a good egg, Bleaties. He is not a good egg, this guy.
I'm sorry. This is all so sudden. I still don't understand why you would want this. What exactly is your relationship with Michio?
Well, we met briefly once. I was so sad to hear news of her death the other day. That sounds like the absolute bullshittest story. I was just a bit sad to hear that someone I'd met once had died. I decided to go around on a murdering spree to bring this person back to life. Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
Right. While it would be great if we could bring Michio back, we've already decided not to use the rite of resurrection.
And we've explained why, I guess.
Is that so?
Seems, however, that we share a goal. I wouldn't mind collecting soul dregs for you if you gave me your curse stone, you know. He really wants to go out and kill people so badly, he's asking for our soul stone. Dude, absolutely fucking not. Absolutely not. I don't trust you. I don't trust you even the littlest bit, boy.
We'll have to decline that as well. Our goal is to stop this curse.
Yakko? Yakko, where have you gone? Why is she... what? Yakko has suddenly disappeared. I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
I see.
Well, that's too bad. I suppose I'll have to give up on curse stones.
Thank you for understanding.
But where is Yakko? Where is Yakko? Where has she gone? Oh god, this is bad. This is bad. This is bad. This is definitely bad.
I thought he was a little suspicious, but he left without making a fuss. But why does he want to bring Michio back?
Why is there no one here? Why is Yakko gone?
Yakko? Oh no, did she go off somewhere while we were talking?
But where? This is not good. This is definitely not good. The bridge. The bridge where you randomly find babies under it? That one? That bridge? Oh no. I finally caught up to you. I don't know if you noticed me following you or not, but leading me to a secluded place. You've got guts. I'm sorry, but I'll be taking your curse stone. I don't think you will. Either you hand it over, or I'll have to take it by force. Dude's doing his best zombie impression, and Yakko's like, I literally don't care. Huh? Oh? Dude. Dude. Was I accidentally fucking right? Why are you? No. She's here again. I don't understand. It was just an accident. I swear I didn't mean to. Dude. Bleaties! Bleaties! Yakko! Yakko is Michio! Yakko is Michio! She was all along. She was Michio all along. That's why I was trying to bring you back. Oh no, what is she saying? We don't know. We don't know. Oh no, it's not you're already dead, is it? You're already too late. It's too late? Huh? Wait, what? That was an ending? What the fuck just happened? What the fuck just happened? shinderu. Absolutely. What the fuck? That was so sudden and unexpected. Oh my god. So my fucking insane theory? My insane brain worm theory was actually correct?
Emotional damage.
What the fuck? Oh god, different endings. After this, Fumichika and Ejima went on to use the power of his curse to commit mass murder, shocking the public with unprecedented tragedy. So, yeah, so this is a bad end. Lol. I guess maybe we should just go to school. Sorry! From that day on, Yakko Sakazaki was never heard from again. Holy shit, I need an exorcism. I need an exorcism ending 1, Michio's grudge. Holy fuck. Oh my god, okay, so we actually reached an ending. Okay, let's go from a different point. Let's go from Namagaki's appearance. This time we're not going with him. We're not going with him. But now we know for sure. We know for sure that Yakko is definitely possessed. Yakko is possessed by Michio. Holy fuck. Okay. What a twist! What a twist! So she is dead, but she's borrowing a body, but her death was an accident. So she died in a car accident, and it was this guy that hit her in the car. So those little flashes we kept seeing of like a car accident, that's what actually happened to Michio. Holy fuck. Okay. Oh man, that's cool. That's really cool. So now we know Michio is dead. She was in a car accident, but she is inhabiting Yakko's body to get revenge. So this guy reckons that he's gonna rob us. And I reckon that we're just gonna go to the school instead and meet up with the police. Yeah, she remembers. You were the guy in the driver's seat. Look, see, she snapped out of it. Like, look, her face is completely different now. Like, well, shit. So he wants us to work together. We don't want to work together because all he wants to do is kill people. I am going to the school. I have no interest in talking to you, dude. I'm going to the school. Yes, that is so. Well, that's too bad. I'm in no rush, so I'll be waiting at the Ryogoku Bridge if you change your minds. I will not be changing my mind. You can get in the river. So whatever this is, we can't do this yet. We need to get the police. We need to get the police back into this timeline. Oh my god, this is crazy. This is crazy. So which thread should we take next? Too much to handle or standing by? Because I feel like this one is setting the scene for whatever goes on here. We need to get the police back to the school. But maybe we should actually do this one first, Bleaties. Because we've just had a very, very big revelation, haven't we? We've had a very big revelation about the nature of Harue's son's murder. I think it would be good to see how she's coming to terms with it, because this clearly ties into this. So too much to handle. Haruo and Richter break into the Shirishi residence with detectives, find the journal left behind, and reveal the mystery of the kidnapping, but Haruo is still unsatisfied. Haruo is not happy with this outcome. Haruo wants blood. Bleaties. Now we're back in the mansion. We're back at home. In other news, today the body of an adult male was discovered in the residence of one of Toshiko Shiraishi around noon. The man, identified as Kanki Ichiro Iwai, is said to have been in a relationship with Toshiko. He was unemployed at his time of death. While further investigations are still underway, it's suspected that his death is connected to the recent serial killings in Honjo. Evidence on the scene may also implicate Mr. Iwai in the unsolved child abduction and murder case from last year. Indeed. It may implicate him. We got him banged to rights. We got him banged to rights. Well, ma'am, seems like we managed to settle one part of the kidnapping case for now. Let's begin discussing our next steps. Right. Is there any more stickers? Oh, that's the one we've already got. Oh, there isn't another one. Can we watch the TV? I've stopped watching the news. It's too much fluff. I wish they'd cut out the pointless stories and just reported on what's important. The clock is still ticking, 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 tick-tock. It gets on my nerves sometimes. Of course, she's going to be significantly less happy than she was earlier now that we've got this revelation out. A fax machine. It can send other images to places along the telephone network, but I barely find a use for it. I don't have a reason for the phone right now. I've grown so used to seeing this scroll, I don't really give it a second thought. No matter how much I look at the flowers, they don't make me feel anything. I wonder what kind of music Richter's into. I imagine he likes English songs. Yeah, now remember, the first time that we looked at all these things, she talked about them in melancholic terms, but now she's talking about them kind of indifferently. So I originally said, yeah, it's kind of pretty, but it's been there a long time. Or my husband used to bring me flowers. Now she's like, yeah, flowers, don't care. Wool scroll, don't care. Fax machine, don't care. TV, don't watch it. Phone, don't use it. She's suddenly in a lot worse of a state of mind. So, next up, what do we need to do? Get our hands on a cursed stone filled with soul dregs. So that's what she wants to do. I think that's a terrible idea myself. I don't think Richter's gonna like it either. Judging by the official announcement, it seems that Iwa, what he wrote, is likely true. With both the kidnapper and his young accomplice dead, the police should be able to handle the rest. Oh, now that it's over, I can't help but think how pitiful it all is. We never would have known a thing if we'd not found his journal. Carelessness is what usually leads to crimes like these being exposed. It was pretty much the same with the Nejima murders. But stumbling across the answers by pure chance really makes you think. It makes my skin crawl to think of how many cases like this are left undiscovered. Me too. It's certainly disturbing. But that's not all, because there's no tick yet. Well, with the kidnapping case wrapped up, we can focus our efforts on obtaining the right of resurrection, yes? Indeed. I'm counting on you. So, I guess first things first, remaining curse bearers. We know, Bleaties, we know that the policeman has a number of them. But a couple are still out there, but we know who has at least one of them. Alright, let's reassess the curse situation. I admit it. I never expected the police to be so on top of things. The Chief Inspector, Tetsuo Tsutsumi, provided us a good wealth of information. I'm surprised he knew so much about the curse bearers. Do you think they noticed I'm one of them? I'm pretty sure Ario didn't. The Chief Inspector, on the other hand, we'll have to be careful around him. I mean, he definitely knew because he has a curse that tells him when someone is lying. So, yeah, he knew. He knew. But if he had suspected anything, I'm sure he would have detained us. We should stay vigilant moving forward. Agreed.
Even if we steal a curse stone, you may not be able to successfully perform the rite unless you're a curse bearer yourself. Would you be okay with hanging on to the stone from now on?
Of course.
She looks so fucking dead inside, but also that smile is so uncomfortable to look at. This woman is beyond therapy, beyond consolation. She wants only one thing, and that's she wants her son back. Because the reason he was taken from her was something so absolutely outrageous to her. And she's never gonna make peace with that. I'm surprised that Richter is actually going along with this, though. Considering that he's very against the use of the curses. I'm surprised that he's still willing to kind of be complicit in the use of them by using someone else's. Like, just because you didn't commit the murders yourselves, you're still using the loss of other people's lives for your own ends. That doesn't feel right to EP. That doesn't feel good, Bleaties, bleh. Just don't use it, okay?
Alright. He's always going at his own pace. He's rather fascinating.
If what we've heard is true, there are just 3 curse bearers left to be discovered. And we know who they are, don't we, Bleaty? From when we were doing the introduction, from when we did the prologue. There's the Whispering Canal, the Beckoning Light, and the Taiko of Tsugaru left to investigate. It may benefit us to visit the places connected to these stories a few times.
I see.
I'm still highly suspicious of the people at Hihaku Soaps. They could be the ones pulling the strings. And I kind of feel like they are. I'll be honest, I think Richter's onto something here. That Takumi Yamaoka fella is probably aware of the curse bearers we're searching for. Tracking his movements may prove useful.
You want to follow him?
If we were to follow anyone, he'd be my first choice, but... Ah, damn it. Times like these really have me wishing I had more personnel.
I imagine it's tough working on your own.
It's the plight of running a small business. I'm always on the hunt for a skilled assistant.
Oh, I know how he feels. Always on the hunt for a skilled clipper. Oh.
It's a hard knock life. And then there's Nejima, who appears to be a curse bearer too. The one-sided reed, I think it was. If we want to look for someone that's likely to gather a whole lot of soul drags, well, look no further.
He did say he would unleash his curse on a large number of people at nightfall.
If he gets the chance to. If the chief inspector manages to track down Michio, then, well, there's a chance he'll manage to apprehend Nejima before he gets up to no good.
But why did you tell the chief inspector about the safe house if he hadn't had that lead?
Because it was written in Awa's memoirs. It was just a matter of time till he found out. Besides, we're talking about a massacre here. I can't turn a blind eye. Yeah, I'm kind of with him on that one. She's like, why would you tell him about the massacre? That's gonna ruin our plans. And it's like, because he could literally just read the book and find the information there. Also, I don't want hundreds of people to die. She doesn't seem bothered about the death of hundreds of people. She's interested only in the resurrection of one person. That's the stage of desperation that she's at now. She's at mega late stage desperation. We are prepared to see hundreds of people die for the sake of restoring one person.
How is it any different from another curse bearer collecting the soul drags?
Well, if we're talking Nejima, it could be a lot more dangerous. We'll just keep a close eye on Nejima and the cops. Yeah, she's not satisfied with this. She's not satisfied with this, Bleaties. I have a feeling that she's considering taking matters into her own hands. What about that girl from before? Ayame Tono. Do you think she could be a curse bearer?
Well, there's a chance she could have gone and stolen someone else's curse stone by now.
That's possible too, but... We haven't been to Midorijo Park yet. The place connected to the Taiko of Sugaru.
Ah, right. That's close to where she lives.
What if she was a curse bearer this entire time?
She could have lied. I mean, she could have lied. She could have been a curse bearer. And if it's the girl I think it is, it's the girl that wants to bring back the Hokusai. She wants him back because she wants to give him 5 more years because that's worth killing people over, apparently. It would make her a brilliant actress to boot. The idea has got me itching to investigate her again. So why don't we do that then? We should surely do that. That place is rather suspicious. If only we could run into someone there.
So, Richter.
Yeah? That's right. Would you mind if we make a stop on our way? We can make it quick. I apologize for the diversion, but I'd like to visit a candy store if possible.
I suppose I don't mind.
I see, we're going to the candy store. The candy store, the one and the only. So we should move ourselves and put ourselves there ready for the next step of the investigation, Bleaties. Shall we depart, ma'am? I'll be given the option to finish the investigation. Or continue. You might also come back and restart? Eh? What does that mean? I can just end the investigation? Why would I end it without knowing that it's actually the end? Oh, the smooth jazz is back, Bleaties. The smooth jazz is back. Okay. Well, time to save. Bleaties! That is all we've got time for today. Thank you so much for coming and spending time with me. Thank you, thank you. I hope you enjoyed. Things are hotting up now. All of the loose ends are being tied up, and it's all starting to make sense. I think that we really are nearing the end. So we found our first ending. Which is crazy. That was quite the ending. I wasn't expecting something so dark and so sudden. Like, it just came out of nowhere. I wasn't ready. It was too soon. So, Bleaties, you have to come back tomorrow. Oh, thank you for the headpan and the hydrate. Thank you so much, Malvenger. I promise I'm actually sitting. I'm sitting properly this time, I promise. Sippy sippy, thank you so much. I promise my back is straight. It is. I'm sitting sensibly like a good EP. Now, we're gonna be back with more of this tomorrow. We're gonna pick up where we left off and see if we can get some more endings. We've had our first ending, so there must be more endings to come, right? We must be there. We must be getting to the end. And reminder, schedule change, Bleaties. There's gonna be a schedule change. Normally we have Creepy EP on a Wednesday. Okay? Oh, thank you so much, Pink J. We normally have Creepy EP on a Wednesday, but this week only. Okay? We're changing it. We're changing it to Thursday. So you have to come on Thursday, because on Thursday, the new Rusty Lake game is out, and I'm so fucking excited. You bet your bippy that I had that shit pre-ordered, and I will be playing it as soon as it releases. So, you have to come and see me on Thursday this week, not Wednesday. Thursday. Okay? So, Bleaties, I will see you on... Well, first of all, I will see you tomorrow, because we are gonna carry on with this, and it's gonna be good times. And on Thursday, on Thursday. Okay? We are back for the new Rusty Lake Servants of the Manor. I'm very excited. I am so excited. So I will see you tomorrow, Bleaties, and I will see you Thursday. Sharing is caring, so I'm gonna send you to someone streaming, someone with a cute model. Perfect. Bleaties, have an absolutely wonderful rest of your day. I will see you tomorrow at 12 to do some more endings of the 7 mysteries of Weebville. And until then, have a wonderful rest of your day. Continue being the bestest good eggs. And bye-bye!